Joe Joyce a problem for all the top heavyweights in the heavyweight division? Let's jump into this. Tony Bellew explains why Joe Joyce is a problem for all the top heavyweights. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, drop your comments in the comment section below. If you want to follow me on social media, hit me up at Twitter at KO Boxing Vibe 1, Instagram official KO Boxing Vibe, and hit the links in the description to follow all my social media platforms. And let's go. Let's jump into this one. So Joe Joyce, is he going to be a problem for AJ? Is he going to be a problem for Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Dillian White? They're already talking about possibly Sam Jones was linking to Luis Ortiz. And check my previous video on my take on that one. But Joe Joyce, the juggernaut himself, is AJ getting juggernauted? Is Wilder getting juggernauted? Tyson Fury, Usyk, Dillian White, Wilder, are they all about to get juggernauted by the juggernaut? Let's go, bro. Is it going to happen? Will it happen? What do you guys think? Make sure you guys drop your comments as well. Let me see what you guys are thinking. Don't leave me here just talking. But let's jump into Tony Bellew's comments. He says he's a problem for anyone in the world, purely based on the fact that he's gonna be there at the final bell. He's gonna make you work. But do you know what? It doesn't even need to get to the final bell. That's what Bellew said to TalkSport. He also said he's there after 6 rounds. 90% of these heavyweights are gonna be feeling the pace after 6, and he doesn't. He's just gonna keep coming and coming. I don't care if you're Anthony Joshua, if you're Tyson Fury, if you're Deontay Wilder. If you don't get rid of Joe Joyce after 6, you've got a problem. Facts. Where's my microphone? Give me my trumpet. Get me my microphone. Facts. That is a fact. As far as I'm concerned, that's a fact. Joe Joyce, if you don't get rid of Joe Joyce, if you don't stop Joe Joyce in the heavyweight division, this ain't these welterweights that all have the energy to keep fighting. If you don't get rid and stop Joe Joyce, you are gonna have problems, especially these heavyweights that don't have the best gas tank in the world. The AJs, the Dillian Whites. I'm telling you now, KO Boxing Vibers, you guys, listen to me now. If AJ lands his best shots on Joe Joyce and he bounces off his chin, I'm telling you now, Anthony Joshua is gonna get stopped. I'm calling it now. He's getting stopped. 100%. Anthony Joshua is gonna get stopped if he's not able to get Joe Joyce out of there. Same thing for Deontay Wilder. Because what are they gonna do? These big guys, especially AJ. AJ fought Pulev. He started to look a bit slow. After by mid-rounds. He wasn't looking quick. He wasn't looking like that. He started to look slow. Pulev was landing his jab. He started to look slow. If he brings that kind of energy to fight Joe Joyce, man's gonna have major problems, bruv. Same thing for Deontay. Same thing for Tyson Fury. If they can't have the gas tank, because Joe Joyce could keep throwing punches. Takam was talking about, I was waiting for him to stop. Joe Joyce don't stop throwing punches. The guy's engine is mad. He's got a ridiculous engine. It's I'm telling you now, it's a tremendous engine. Let's jump into more comments. He said, and that's what you got to understand. When you're fighting someone like him, talking about Joe Joyce, you've got to be prepared to go hell for 12 rounds. 100%. You've got to be in an unbelievable shape. And don't get me wrong, Anthony Joshua is probably the best conditioned heavyweight of the last 20 years. But this is Joe Joyce, a different kind of animal. These are words of Tony Bellew. I'm telling you, man. Anthony Joshua, it's tremendous condition, but you're going to fight Joe Joyce. Joshua can't go 12 rounds at the pace Joe Joyce is going to go. Just say, I'm calling it now. Dillian White, Joe Joyce cannot go at that pace that Joe Joyce is going to go for 12 rounds. They can't do it. They need to. If you're going to stop, you have to get him out of there. You have to land devastating shots on Joe Joyce that's going to get your respect off him. That's going to back off and stop walking forward, or you have to flatten him down on the canvas. That's how I view it. And that's why I'm still waiting to see how Joe Joyce handles some of the biggest punches in the division. Obviously, he fought Daniel Dubois, and some people want to say Daniel Dubois doesn't hit very hard. It doesn't hit hard. Before Daniel Dubois fought Joe Joyce, didn't everyone say that Daniel Dubois will knock him out? Everybody said Daniel, people were saying, oh, Joe Joyce is too slow. She's hanging up in the air. He's getting knocked out. He didn't get knocked out. Joe Joyce, Daniel Dubois took the knee in the middle of the ring and got stopped. I'm telling you now, AJ can go in there and look at AJ versus Andy Ruiz. AJ landed his best shots on Andy Ruiz in that first fight. He couldn't get Andy Ruiz out of there. Nothing happened. He ended up getting stopped himself. I'm telling you now, and Joe Joyce is a 275-pound man, bigger than Andy Ruiz, you know, heavier puncher than Andy Ruiz. Don't sleep on Joe Joyce. Just because he looks a bit unorthodox, he talks funny, that doesn't equate to your ability to box. You know what I mean? So the stamina, rock hard chin, you know, is gonna be a terror for the big guys in the heavyweight division. I'm telling you now, Dillian Whyte going there and you know, land his left hook on Joe Joyce and nothing happens, he's gonna get stopped. 100% Dillian Whyte is gonna end up getting stopped because your big shots are doing nothing. You're gonna be out of it. Physically, you're wasting your energy. And this guy's walking forward to you, landing shots. Dillian Whyte is gonna have problems. AJ is gonna have problems. The fighters I believe that, you know, will cause Joe Joyce more problems are the more elusive fighters. Like if you look at the Brian Jennings fight, where Brian Jennings was a bit more elusive, you know, to really get out of the way and to have the movement, maybe the Usyks of this world. I think they will have a lot more purchase dealing with Takam, because obviously they're not dealing with Joe Joyce because they're better with the movement. The guys who have better movement, you know, can avoid them shots. That obviously the clubbing shots that George is gonna be gauging the distance and things like that, making it difficult. Not to say that Joe Joyce can't beat them, because you know you're still, at some point you're gonna, you know, you're a smaller guy getting walked down by a big man. It's gonna be very daunting. It's gonna be very tough. But if you're a big guy, you know, and you haven't got the best gas tank, and the bigger you are, then sometimes like the AJs, the biggest guys in the division right now, and I haven't got the gas tank of Joe Joyce, they might struggle. But the Usyks, who've got a much fitter, you know, in terms of their stamina, you know, the people like the Usyks of this world, maybe Joseph Parker, you need the stamina to be able to hang with this guy, you know. But some of these other guys, I feel like they're gonna have major problems, and I believe it's facts. Joe Joyce is a problem. I guarantee you now, what Joe Joyce needs here is a marquee name to fight. If Joe Joyce fights Derek Chisora, like especially for the British domestic market, a lot more people are gonna know about Joe Joyce. If he can fight a higher rank, maybe a Joseph Parker. Obviously, Joseph Parker's like ranked 3rd. I think he's ranked behind. He's ranked behind Joe Joyce in the WBO. That would be a high-profile name for him to juggernaut and get out of there. So we have to wait and see what happens, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens, where Joe Joyce goes and how he performs against the elite guys in the heavyweight division. Because I rate Joe Joyce, particularly because of his chin and particularly because of his engine. Because most heavyweights start to get tired from they start to slow from round 5, round 6 or plus. Joe Joyce ain't slowing, and what is going to happen when these other guys start slowing and Joe Joyce keeps walking forward, throwing clubbing shots? Drop your comments in the comment section below. What happens if Joe Joyce fights AJ, Wilder, Fury, Dillian Whyte, all the top guys? Let me see what you guys think about what will happen. Drop your comments in the comment section below. If you want to support the channel, you want to see more stuff, hit the PayPal link, drop something for the channel. Instagram, official KO Boxing Vibe, Twitter, KO Boxing Vibe 1. Let's go. Pending for the next video.